Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. Oh, my microphone even is working. That's nice. Oh, so it is Monday, and I had a great weekend. Like I went down to the Freiburg Fair. I got all kinds of show and tell. I I did a challenge accepted, and I broke my rule of not starting any new projects. But I did a challenge accepted, and I'm doing something. I'm doing another little thing, but I'll show all of that stuff later. I've learned some keen advice that I taught myself. All coming up later. So today we started a new page. Um, Started a new page. It's gonna be 310 for the next few sessions. Um, and my schedule's gonna be wonky. I am going to still try to stream. I might stream earlier in the day. And I apologize, my mods are probably not gonna be able because I'm probably gonna hop on stream maybe around 8 instead of at 10 because I'm going to be working overnights for the next few bits, except for Friday. Friday, it's Dast and I. It's Dast and I time. So Friday will be 6 or 7 at night whenever Dast chooses. But hello. Welcome to this. I haven't quite woken up yet. It's all good. So Friday will be 6 or 7 at night, depending on Dast, because we got to do got to do our dual stream, yo. And my brain just keeps stuttering, so it's a loading screen today. But until the 18th, it's gonna be a wonky ass. It's just gonna be wonky. Well, I am well. How are you? Yes, Friday we do our dual stream thing. I just need a start time. So I went down to the Freiburg Fair on Saturday. Saturday. What day is this? And I've been trying really hard behind the scenes to reach out and like have interaction and have fun with other small businesses in the main area, the entire state. I am crafting. It is a counted cross stitch. The title is Divine Instinct. The art is by Michelle Phelan. It is a heaven and earth design. I do stream and cross stitch. And yes, everybody knows I do all kinds of other crafty things. Well, at least now you guys know. But I stream cross stitch because it soothes me, and I can chat and stream at the same time. I cannot for the life of me talk and crochet at the same time. I can talk and cross stitch sometimes, as long as I'm getting in a groove. Oh, I sell the fabric. I dye and sell Ada cloth. The cross stitches, at least these big ones, they have the price tag of some fine art. If I were to sell them, the one that I have done, I keep getting distracted by my little mini dragon. So if I were to sell these big cross stitches, because finished product, they're generally 3 feet across, and 2 feet across, 2 to 3 feet across, and 3 to 4 feet tall. I'm working on one that's it's just under 500,000 stitches, and we're talking 5 to 6 figures is the price that I would put on them. I do sell the small ones. I do sell small ones. But these ones take years to get done. The only one that I have done so far is White Buffalo Woman. Um, the art is by Barbara Brown. I put her in the Freiburg Fair last year, and she won. She kicked all the asses of all the other crafts. But that was 5 years of work, and so I have to respect myself enough to know that anything under $10,000 to $20,000, I'm not going to give it up. Except for Buffalo Woman, I have big plans for her. Yes, if my brain is working right, $10,000 is the lowest I'd go. Yeah. Um, Now, it really depends. The smaller ones, I currently have one that is it. I have one that has it's all framed and everything that goes to craft shows with me, and I have it set for $50. It took me it took me a couple of days, and I think that's mostly because I was distracted. But it's called My Social Battery, and it's a picture of four batteries, and then it's like 1 to 2 people, it's still green. 3 to 4 people, it dropped down a couple bars, and then it's really kind of cute and funny. Um, but I'm honestly I'm thinking about whipping out some Christmas ornaments here because I have a ton of them. It's not even funny. They're when I was when I was in my early 20s, my dad's like, "Hey, this is a great idea." So he bought me a fuck ton. He bought me a fuck ton of just little Christmas ornaments, and everyone in my family got one. So that was fine. But I still have so many left over that I just have not done. And I'm thinking I'm gonna whip up some of those for this year's craft fair season. And those generally I let go for $10, $20. It depends on the complexity. If it takes me only 2 hours to do, I'll let it go for 20 bucks. If it takes less, it gets less of an amount. I do custom work too. One of my favorites to give away as gifts, but I also do commissions is I do paw prints with wings and the name of an animal that passed. I will find the paw print of the kind of animal. Like for dogs, I have one of my uh trademark, watermark, whatever you want to call, is a paw print. Um, and I'll take what, like if it was a bunny or whatever, and I do that with wings. Or if they're still around and you want a commemorative, I'll just do the paw print and then their name. But those are $10 because they don't take me very long. um, I charge for bigger projects. I charge per stitch. It like this one. This is on 18 count. It's 18 stitches per inch, but I charge, and I have a program that tells me how many stitches it is. That's why I do a lot of digital patterns, as I can appropriately charge. But blah blah blah. English is hard today. It's 10 cents per stitch generally, because that is the most. Yeah. Yes, I do barter and trade. And Hutchie, I did see you. Hello. Uh, oh my goodness. So now I gotta ask: is this Nessie or is this Starry Witch? Because both beautiful people have liked my live postings. I have mad respect for digital artists because I'm not cool enough. Like I say my art is pre-digital pixel art. And I am able to design patterns. Like if um like for example, the pattern that I'm working on is a heaven and earth design. She takes beautifully detailed, like the artists that she takes in and she does, they're just amazing and I love them. Like I have mad respect for Michelle, who is uh the pattern creator at Heaven and Earth Designs. Oh, ad break. Sorry. Dast, it's just you and me. 7 p.m. We go. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do accept offers, but it would not. It would be a smaller piece. Um, I don't do these honkin' ones on commission. Because again, this particular project is, um, let me look over here. 286,200 stitches. So I don't generally pander like this on stream, but I'm trying to grow myself. If you just drop me an email at rockcreaturecreations at gmail.com, we can we can open that gateway. Because I'm Twitch whispers are not a great way to get it. Or you can whisper me an email and I'll send you one there. One or the other. So, went to Freiburg Fair Saturday. And I got my craft fair schedule for November. Um, and I'm wheeling and dealing and raw creature like my name. Though I do like rocks too. So, what should I set today's stitch goal at? Because we're just going to be going back and forth with black for the next forever. I think I can get up to 400. I think I can get 400 today. So, November, all the weekends, I'm either doing a craft fair or working or both. Oh. Mm-hmm. What else? So at 11, guys, I'll show you my neat stuff. Maybe earlier if Hutchie is falling asleep. Mm-hmm. It's raw, RAH. Mm-hmm. My next market is the last weekend in October, and then I have a craft fair the very next weekend. Ah, doo-doo-doo. I get to see Nessie again. Yay! And shenanigans. But so, back to how I'm trying to cleverly network and market. Um, I've been on my Facebook site. I've been like interacting uh, and I try to do this like with everyone I have a good interaction with. If I don't have a if I have a bad interaction, I just kind of stay silent because it might have been me. Because I am awkward as fuck. Uh, but I had a great interaction with a vendor at the Freiburg Fair, and I went over and through my Facebook site, I made sure to, and we bought some spruce syrup, which I'd never heard of up until that day. And I was like, you can make, well, and in theory, it's true. You can make syrup from most tree sap. What it's going to taste like is completely dependent on the tree. And spruce syrup, whew, that's a new letter I didn't know I had issue with. Um, Sounded interesting, and Ado was very cool. He's like, here, try some. And then he whips out some spicy blueberry jam. And spicy, I'm like, I'm kind of nervous about this because I'm not a spicy person, at least not in my food preferences. I do like flavorful food. I do not like spicy hot. Um, and I was very cautious, but then he's like, "Oh, it's nutmeg and cinnamon," and I'm like, "Oh." So the jam essentially tastes like a blueberry cobbler, which is delicious. So we got some of that, and I grabbed a card so I could give him a boost. And so his last name is Swan. So his business name, his farm name, is uh, Jen and Cobb, Jen and Cobb Farm, because those are male and female swans, and him and his wife run the farm. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. Very, very, very clever. So that was my business story for Saturday. And I'm starting to make my 2026, um, if words would leave my mouth, market schedule. So I think I have one more that I'm going to try to add to it. I need to, in October, I'm going to talk to the person that I'm doing my October fair, and they have one in December, and I'm going to see if I can get into that. Words are hard. Okay. Well, and I appreciate the lurking. I just feel awkward that well, come back. Yes, come back at 11 so you can see what I caught. Well, caught. I made it. Because I haven't taken any pictures of it yet other than for the person that I made it for, because so I do not make licensed characters to sell. I have made licensed characters before. Not gonna lie, I've made some Disney things, I've made some Nintendo things. I do not sell them. I give them away. Because both of those people are notoriously small business, eat them all happy. So if someone, and I lost my black piece of string, and I have a lot of black on. And when I make stuff for people, they're like, oh, well, how much do I owe you? And it's a license. I charge them exactly what materials and a little bit of my time costs. So I do not sell licensed product. And it made me kind of think about how people get around the rules, because at craft fairs, I see IP all the time. I sell a lot of products from Megan Lap. I just got a really cool book called Brochet, which I gotta read through, make sure if I make it, I can sell it. Megan Lap encourages, as long as you make it, you can sell it. Megan Lap is Crafty Intentions. She's where almost all of my dragons. Yarn Inspirations is where my baby dragons come from. But I on my website, I properly give credit, and I need to start putting the link to where you can buy the pattern, because I'm that person. Like, if you think you want to try to learn how to make these, go ahead. I support you. I support you in growing your craft. If you'd like to save hours of time and frustration, buy them from me, because I've already gone through the hours of time and frustration. It's kind of like with cross stitch. I will sit and teach people how to cross stitch. But at the same time, if you'd just rather pay me, I would. I'm actually working on a legit pay thing. But the commission window will only have 3 slots ever available. Because cross stitch takes a lot of time. And currently I have 2 of my 3 spots closed because I have 2 commissions going on. I'm hoping in the next couple weeks to finish one of them, because going to overnights allows me to do stuff like that. And it also keeps me on track for finishing the crafts that I have half done. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this time of the year, my nose and chest are closing up again. And today after stream, I'm gonna go play with the wood pile, sort it out, take a lot of the little stuff out, bring a rake, clean it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Thank you, feature. Okay, let's see. So I tried on my dress that I got last week. It looks phenomenal. And adding my fairy wings and my Luna moth necklace, I at least have day one of my craft fair outfit all set. I think I have day two, but I think I need better black pants. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I found Pocket's blue jay. It's in the backyard. Mm-hmm. There's a blue jay in my backyard singing the song of its people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whew. I got 4 rows left in this first block of 200. Yeah, I think I'll at least hit 4. Maybe more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. my goodness. I hit some buttons and I don't know where I went. But I'm back. I'm sure I didn't go anywhere for you guys because I just I tabbed out of OBS. DMC Black is notoriously iffy for its quality. Like, DMC is a great color, but for whatever reason, their black is their 310 is has faults. It likes to it likes to fray a lot. Pixie says hello. She also says, Mom, what you got on the floor? It's funny, before stream I was trying to clean up and organize my disaster area because, let's face it, no matter how neat and tidy I manage to get something, when I'm running around looking for something else, I kind of like just tornado everything. So today, before stream, I was trying to clean up my mess. Luckily it was only a few days worth of mess and not longer. It's one of the reasons I try to clean up every couple days is so it doesn't build up. There are areas in my life where it's been a while, but I'm gonna have to swap out my thread as soon as. See if I can make it to the end of this 20. I don't think I can, but I'm gonna try. Because unnecessary thread chicken. I'm just trying to end the piece of string, so I have to hold the needle. I have to make it so the needle doesn't pop through the other side of the fabric. And remember, folks, embroidery needles are not sharp. They are blunt. I don't know if that makes it better or worse if you stab yourself with them, but they are blunt. Black for the next 5 years. And honestly, I can't really do any other color until I get this black all set. It establishes where the page is, and it is most of the page. So I can't do anything. But the next row, we start getting into more colors. Like the when the wolf's face actually starts showing up, there's a lot of color variation. It's just getting there that's a pain in the butt. Kind of like with Call Dance. Once we get to Dionysus, there's going to be lots of excitement going on. It's just getting there. But this row is officially over halfway done. I have 2 more pages. Well, 3, because I'm working on number 3. But or number one. One of three is what I'm working on for the final stretch. And then we're going to get bigger arms for Divine. Right now, the first row, I only have my standard stretcher bars. Once we get past row one, I put them on my bigger stretcher arms, so I don't have to fight with it as much. I fight with it less and more all at the same time. Mhm. Mhm. Almost 200. Oops, that was fair. My bad. Mhm. Okay, there. First 200 on this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mhm. Okay. Next, we'll get this book. Yes, folks, this is a lot of 310. There's so much 310. Not as much 310 as there is 939, but this top row of pages is almost all those two colors. And I like it because I can talk and I don't mess up because it's back and forth. I don't have to count. I just have to set up my starter row and go down 10, and I don't have to worry about a gosh darn thing. I know this is the area that I don't mess up. Actually, because it is just me doing block color. I'm gonna record this for TikTok. Shiny things distracted me. Okay, doke. I'm gonna finish up this row, and then we're gonna show off. I'm gonna show off my stuff. I'm either gonna finish this row or start a new piece of string. One of the two. One of the two. Hello. Pocket, your blue jay. Your blue jay was in my backyard again. And apparently it has complaints. And you're just in time. You're just in time. At 11, I'm going to show off my prizes and what I caught as in made as a challenge from a coworker. Okay, so I got that row done. Okay, gonna take some time. We're gonna show off my stuff because I got some cool stuff, and I'm gonna show it off. Oh my goodness! So, my coworker's fiance, is very similar, like very similar to like my bestest best friend, and you know, I was looking out the window one day. This is what I do. This is my baseline operation of how I function. So I was looking out the window, and she was waiting out for him because he doesn't have his driver's license yet, and that's a whole nother story. He's working on it, but he doesn't have it yet. And I just was looking out the window, and she was patiently waiting for him, and I thought I need to make her something, and because this is exactly how my thought process works. So I'm like, I need to make her something because she is out there on time every night. It doesn't matter if we're getting out late. She is there. She is patient. She is always very jolly, joyous, and gracious. And I adore interacting with her. So I'm like, I'm going to make her something. And then so I reach out to my coworker. I'm like, what is her favorite mythical creature? And what are her favorite colors? And he gives them to me. So she's getting an alicorn with pink and yellow sparkle hair. I couldn't find my sparkle yellow, so she's getting pink sparkly, white sparkly, and just a nice color yellow. We can't all win everything. So then he goes, could you make me a shiny Vaporeon? I know you can make a Vaporeon. I've seen pictures. I'm like, I sure can. And I don't know off the top of my head. And I didn't know off the top of my head that shiny Vaporeon was purple, which once I found out, I was over the moon because purple. But I had also recently discovered a new Vaporeon pattern that was a bit smaller because the Vaporeon that I made was huge. It was a child stuffed animal huge. And I just didn't have the energy to make that size of Vaporeon again. So I found a smaller one. And it was real simple pattern. Couple of things that as a pattern maker I wouldn't have done, but I introduce you to shiny Vaporeon. I do not sell these. I never sell like IP. This is a giveaway. This person asked if I could, and I did. And it's playful. It's playful. And since it's the first, they all my firsts have a quirky, weird thing that I don't necessarily like, and for me, it's the tail connection. But if I ever make another one, yeah. So this is the thing that I made. I gotta catch them all, but then I'm gonna trade him. I'm working on the alicorn. The alicorn is actually almost done. But that's a Megan Lap pattern. So yeah. So at the Freiburg Fair, husband creature and I like to play bingo, and we won a couple of games, and we made friends with the person doing the tickets. So we won a couple of games, and I went up to go pick a crappy prize, because we only got like 2 tickets, and then I was like, because what I ended up getting was a 3D printed dragon. If you ever want to do a trade with me, I will. You show me what you got, I will trade 3D printed dragons because I like them. But at the same time, I know that they're overstocking the market. So I saw one and I liked it, and I'm like, well, how many tickets is this? She's like, I don't know. Let me look. And and then we were moving around looking, and a thing popped off, and it was apparently 4 prizes, four wins, and she's like, nope, you can have it. So I got this monster, which I love. It's really big. Like, I generally get the little ones, but I got this one, and he is a good size. And yes, I know, but this is my new friend, and it's clackety. Yes, there's all kinds of sensory fun that is involved in this dragon. Also, on a fun note, if you ever are sleepy and you want to wake yourself up real fast, which happened to me earlier today, sit on it. I put it in my computer chair, and then since my meds hadn't kicked in yet, I was running around doing all kinds of things, and then I went to sit down in my computer chair and I sat on him. I got up real fast. Oh, you hold on to that thought. After stream, I'll send you my, because any responsible pattern maker will not make a Pokemon pattern and charge you money for it, because it is IP and it's bad, and you cannot sell IP either. So like the Pokemons are good for trading. They're fun, and I'll find you. I'll find you. I got you. I'll find you a free Ditto pattern, because I'm really good at finding things. But Saturday night when we got home, on the porch were my 2 books. Oh, Nintendo is vicious. So, I got 2 books, and they were delivered Saturday while I was at the fair. First one being Brochet. Yes. So, Brochet, it's crochet weaponry, and gore. Like, I got it so I could make, what is it, a wizard staff. Let's see if I can find it. There, the wizard staff is why I truly bought this. This is money well spent. I will enjoy this book. And I also picked up the physical copy, the physical form of Megan Lapp's Crochet Creatures. So the reason I did this is the critters that I like to make, they're the little ones like Husband Creatures Wolpertinger and the Alicorn that I'm currently working on. Yes, there is a pattern for crochet guts. I have learned in the hard way, because I have this in Kindle form. Kindle is not a good format when you need to jump back and forth. It really just, it isn't. Kindle is, it's just not a good format for when you need to be jumping back and forth to figure things out. So I actually bought the book, and from here on out, unless it's a PDF that I download and that I can potentially print, I'm not going to buy pattern books in Kindle form. I have no problem purchasing PDFs because I can print them out. And sometimes when I'm sitting at my computer, it's fine. But a lot of her creatures, her little pocket critters, they have different parts and different pages, and it's a lot of jumping around that is just too much for me. But those are my treasures. That's what I got this weekend. Yes. And I might have to make some crochet guts and do like a giveaway, because I know you guys are you guys are weird, and you totally go for crochet guts. I'm hoping, and I know it's a hard hope to hope that the de minimis rule gets reinstated, because I would love to be able to open myself back up to Canada. Sorry, guys. Where did you put my scissors? The dragon ate my scissors. But yeah, I am, I am chuffed. I've been watching too much Escape to Rural France, but I am chuffed at my shiny. I really don't want to give it at this point. I don't want to give it up. I'm just gonna have to go buy more purple sparkle yarn and make myself one because I I I didn't realize it was purple, and I'm like, oh my god, it's purple. So, but yeah. Oh, I'm glad that I was able to get my stuff out before. Um, I mean, so what could happen, Pocket, is she could send it to me, and I could um, hop on the cat because I have a friend who goes up to Canada quite a bit, but she could send it to me, and New Brunswick isn't that far from me. Not New Brunswick. Well, New Brunswick isn't that far, but Prince Edward Island is not that far from me either. Oh, that's cool. And while I don't have a passport, I do have all of my paperwork. So, like, I have a lot of paperwork that like I have my entire lineage in paperwork because I got a real ID. So I have all of the paperwork. Cool. Send me in Discord her info and I will check her out. I'm trying like I like my big authors, don't get me wrong, but at the same time I'm trying to support people who actually write the books because there's a lot of slop out there right now. And don't get me wrong, the slop is fun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. But at the same time, if I'm going to buy an actual physical book, I want to support the little guys. Cool. Pixie, you are fine. Mm-hmm. I don't need signed copies. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate signed copies, but I don't need them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally understand that. Um, and yeah, with the de minimis being taken away, it's really hard to support the little guy. I totally understand that. I I have been very, very, very lucky in the 20 years that I've had my house. The one big plumbing issue that I have had was with clean water. Um, and the other, and I wouldn't even call the other one that I had a big issue, um, because it was just a matter of um, using a rubber mallet and pounding on the washing machine. So it was gray water. It was a gray water backup. Um, my two toilets are hooked up to it's a straight drop. It's a cast iron pipe that's still in great shape. It's a straight drop down into the sewer line. So, but the big issue that I had was when the galvanized steel pipe that was connected to copper pipe that was connected to a valve. When I turned the valve to turn it off to replace something else, it disconnected from the solder point, and there was no shut-off valve until the basement. And it's fixed now. I have PVC going all the way to a shut-off valve that's upstairs, and I'm gonna have to readjust it to hook it onto the walls and stuff like that, like finish work. But yeah, yeah, that that could. So you get all the fun, like honestly, honestly, weekly beating of the main drain. If you have access to that rubber mallet, the main drain, it will vibrate it enough to loosen yuck. And that's if you want to. Honestly, it is your landlord's responsibility to take care of the facilities and the utilities. But at the same time, sometimes landlords are hard to get motivated to do stuff. Ah. But honestly, when I had that backup from my washing machine, because my washing machine has its own drain. Actually, it has its own sewer line, which I find hilarious. Um, oh my goodness. No, no, you are not welcome. Yeah, yeah. I always feel like my house is not dirty. It is cluttered and furry and dusty, but it is not dirty. And I'm always, and it's also full of half-done projects that I should have done by now, but I haven't. So I always feel very judged. But I gotta say, as I've been fixing and cleaning and whatnot, I've definitely noticed reduction in dust. Not a huge reduction, but noticeable. Oh, I totally get it. Um, and then there are those tasks that in your brain you've convinced yourself of that they're going to take forever and ever, so you keep setting it aside and pushing it back. And then when you finally are like, "Oh, fuck this, I'm going to do it." It didn't take and it doesn't take that long. You're over there going, "Why didn't I do this sooner?" And that's mostly what happens to me. For example, for example, I have a door that I'm actually still arguing with, but I just need to bite the bullet and go get a new doorknob and new face plates. Um, but one of the things I needed to do was to sand it down just a smidge so that I could um so it would shut properly, because you're really not supposed to paint the edges of the door where it rubs, and same with the door frame. You're not supposed to paint those because they rub away, and b, layers of paint can make it very difficult to um like the accuracy of shutting the door and whatnot. It can make the doors stick. It's just not good. So I sanded the edge of that down, and my father-in-law got me an amazing orbital sander that I have not used nearly enough, but I did, and it's all done. At least that aspect. I still have to win the war of doorknob, but I'm gonna break down and just buy some new hardware for it. new old hardware. So many questions. I just got the nod out. How did it come back? There. Sorry. Okay, well, yay for lunch arriving. I hope you enjoy your lunch. I'm trying to get down to this one dot before stream ends. And when I get down to that one dot, stream is over. Or noon, whatever one comes first. Because then I'm going to go out and play with the wood pile. And then get ready for work. I just need to like have like a where my chat is. I need to have it down where I can just kind of look down and see it instead of having to look up. I had it set up at one point in time to do that, but that'll be a next iteration of my setup to have. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Husband creature has this week off. So he's getting back used to the daytime, or being awake in the daytime, being asleep at the nighttime schedule, whereas I'm switching for 2 weeks. So, thinking about it, I might try to do a stream on Thursday. I make no promises. Today and tomorrow are just as normal as can be. And I don't stream on Wednesday, so I won't be here Wednesday. Thursday might, since it's my earlier stream, I might try to pick Thursday up for a little bit, just to pop on and give an update. But Friday, I'll be streaming with Dast at 7 p.m. But yeah, from the 1st to the 18th, I'm doing a hybrid hot mess of overnights and evening shifts. So if I'm not on, it's because I'm sleeping. But on the other side of that, I will be getting some crafty things done because overnights allow me that ability. And before I leave my computer and go outside, I have to reply to an email, which might make it so I get an interview. Okay, I got 59 stitches before I hit 2 blocks done, so I can do this. There we go. Keep misplacing my scissors. I think that's like, where did my scissors go now? I was smart this morning, at least for 5 minutes. Is I realized that I didn't have a length pulled out to just grab from, so I made sure before I started stream I had one, and the piece that I just finished was the last bit of that length, so I gotta cut a new one. Use more and more. But I'm pretty sure this piece will get me the closeout. I know, feature. It's so boring. That's what Pixie said too. Is zed. And And it's things like this is why I'm not necessarily worried that AI is out for out for us just yet, because they still don't understand zzz or a snoring sound. Don't get me wrong, AI is smart and it does really neat things, but there are subtle things that currently it cannot do. Mhm. It floors me that this chunk that I'm working on that you guys can see on screen, that is 400 stitches. Well, almost 400 stitches. Really close to 400 stitches. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yes. But that also, it's like it's also kind of a good thing that people are not trying to make it smarter, or that they're sending it out, at least here in America, um, keeping it at a manageable level of intelligence, um, until we find that rogue one that's like, fuck you guys. Um, I like I liken it to like an insulin pump. Um, it is supposed to be a tool, an accessory to help. I would love I would love for AI to take over the 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 jobs that cause a lot of stress and pain on people, and maybe some of the more dangerous jobs. I would love AI to take over, like just just have but still have, much like checking for hallucinations in writing. Have someone be able to double check the work and have that person paid enough to make sure that the QA is good. Um, but yeah, AI is it's not there yet. I want to be the one. I want to be the one doing the art and the music. When it first came out, like, yes, I enjoy, because I'm not a talented artist in the ink form and the digital art. I like being able to use my words and have it create something. But at the same time, if I could find, because sometimes getting it out of my head and onto paper, I can't do that. Like, the market I'm going to in October. I'm gonna bring some pennies because there is a artist there known as Nightwing Galleries. Look them up. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. But I am going to buy some of their prints because they are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And but yeah. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm on the closing row. I have this one that I'm working on and then 19 stitches to close out the block. I also think we could have a lot of fun with like mech suits. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. I I support that idea. Um, it's like I know that there are people out there who, if they didn't have to work, they wouldn't work, and screw all you guys, I'm going home kind of deal. I like to contribute. I like to help. I like to make sure that that day-to-day life is moving forward properly. I think absolutely. But or being able to go, no, I just can't today. Um, and then balancing it out. Or, oh, yeah, and be like, oh, hey, we're doing well. Let's like toss it out to the people actually doing the job. People who have more money than they can spend in a lifetime. It's just wrong. And I don't fault people for being well off. I don't fault them for being rich. But if you if you're well taken care of, why can't you help take care of the rest of the world? Like, there is no need for you to have all that, all that. This piece of string was perfect. It was perfect. I'm gonna close out the the block. It was meant to be. Okay. Whew. So we didn't get quite to 400 because I did 21 stitches. I did 21 stitches last week, so I'm 21 stitches shy of 400. 379 stitches, motherfuckers. I'm gonna do it 380. I'm gonna do what I did with the last crew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Too high. Too high. No. God, this sucks. I agree. It's. I remember when I was little. And McDonald's had like 1 million served, and this was in the this was in the 90s, and it was only 1 million at that point, or something like only like it wasn't quite 1 billion yet. And my dad was explaining to me how big 1 million is, and not the buh. And I just my 8-year-old brain couldn't wrap myself around 1 million, much less 1 billion. And the difference is just holy crap. But okay, so 380 stitches done. Motherfuckers. And that brings us up to 8.42%. Wow. We're probably going to hit 8.5%, 9% here soon. Oh, did I drop? So, thank you all for the gift of your time. I'll be back tomorrow. Drink your water, take your meds. Be kind to yourself without harming others. Be kind to others without harming yourself. Go! I have the peanut gallery, which I know, I'm sorry, I know is a racist term. Just came out of my mouth, I'm so sorry. I have the dog gallery. I will see everybody tomorrow. I love you. And I'm going to go overthink what I just said.